Hello, everybody, and welcome to my podcast. My name is Matt Lipari, and it is November something. Dude, it should be Thanksgiving by now. It's like November 20th, and it's not even Thanksgiving. The hell? This Thanksgiving is coming late this year. A little bit of a late bloomer, like some of us in this room. I'm the only one in this room. A little fun inside the episode, guys, a little bit about my life. Late bloomer. What the heck? Oh, sorry. Reading stuff on my phone. Dude, where was I last week? I was in New Orleans shitting my pants. That's what you do in New Orleans. My God. Oh, I realized my light that I just set up is way not even aimed at me at all. It's too late to fix that. Whatever. You guys can see my face. I'm illuminated here. Dude, I went to New Orleans. I'm not going to talk about it too much in detail because I think my friend actually wants to come on the podcast at some point. And that's probably what we're going to talk about a little bit. But it was for my friend's wedding and bachelor party. And, dude, New Orleans is a great city, a fun city. Amazingly just, like, rich, vibrant city. A lot of fucking people drinking. A lot of fucking... Dude, I drank so much. The first night we got there, we started drinking. The second we touched down, I was drinking since, like, 1 p.m. Dude, I blacked out by 9 p.m. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing, and apparently I almost died, too. It's not good. I woke up, my pants were soaking wet. I didn't pee my pants. I apparently spilled water all over them. I almost got run over by a car. It was not good. And then the whole next day, just I couldn't drink anything. I could barely eat. My stomach was in shame. I had to eat around. Dude, the problem in New Orleans is that the bars don't have locks on the bathrooms. Most of them don't have any locks. And they're not like little stalls. It's like the entire men's bathroom is there was one bathroom, it was like a giant hallway where in order to see if someone was in there you would have to like walk down some giant thing and then you just look and there's a guy shitting. And so I had to shit. There was no option of me not pooping. I was shitting pure water because my stomach was just acid. My stomach was literally pure just liquid acid. My gut was bubbling. Sorry guys, we're getting into the nitty gritty real quick. Hey, this is the Meat Sangria podcast, guys. This is what you thought Meat Sangria was that lady making a crock pot full of wine? No, it's my gut. And dude, I was like, I have to just shit. So one time I got my brother to watch the door, but then he got too drunk. And so there's one time I was like, hey, can you watch the door for me? And he just walked away, and all of my other friends were like asking, like, hey, can I use the bathroom? He was like, oh yeah, good, go use the bathroom. So they all just walked in on me shitting. And I heard the door opening. I'm like, guys, no, don't come in. And they all just open anyway. And they're like, oh. And then, of course, the thing is, why didn't you lock the door? Hey, I'm sorry, I forgot I wanted you to walk in on me. No, it arouses me when guys walk in on me when my pants down shitting pure liquid. There was no poop half the time. There's no poop. It's just liquid coming out of my ass. And I would have to stop in the street just to, like, clench. Dude, it was so bad. I think sometimes I don't drink that much. I really don't drink that often. So I forget, like, I can't just drink as much as possible. I'm just like, oh, I can have another drink. And then I'm like, oh, I shouldn't do that. So that was a period where I forgot. And then the rest of the trip, the next 2 days, I barely had any drinks. And then the last day, the wedding day, I had a couple of drinks. But I didn't get that bad. Ever since it was like Wednesday I blacked out, I was like, dude, I cannot. But we did a bunch of fun stuff. And the wedding was it was a great wedding. It was a very small wedding. So I feel like they're able to have a lot better food because, you know, when you get a giant wedding, they're just cranking out fucking garbage. A lot better food. It was really good. It was a very nice wedding. Congratulations to them. And I was supposed to make some social medias for them. I made one, which I'm not sure if they liked or not. It was an entertaining video. I'm going to be honest. Thought it was a good video, but I dropped the ball mostly because I brought stuff that I like tripod and stuff to carry, and I was like, wait, I can't. Like, I'm a groomsman. I can't really put that on my person. And then also, we didn't have much time, honestly, but it was very hectic. I think, like, if you're trying to make... Well, let me be clear. I certainly dropped the ball. I want to be clear. I certainly could have done a better job. But also, I think if you want to have, like, a period of... There's, like, photograph time. If you want to have, like, video time, you need to like, block that out. Because the couple was flying all over the place. Like, there was very little free time until we were out at night. We went on Bourbon Street again. And, yeah. So the couple actually met on Bourbon Street. Bourbon Street, New York, Bayside, Queens, there's a bar, which I hate, called Bourbon Street. It's where all the underage kids used to go. I don't fucking care. I think it's less popular now because they don't do that anymore. And that place probably should have been shut down. but like everyone there was like 18. Now I'm not saying like 12-year-old kids, but like college kids who don't have a fake ID or have a fake ID. And that's where people used to go to hang out. And I don't think it's as popular now, but that's where my friend met. He's met his wife, who was at the time I'm going to say they've been together for 4 years. So he was 22. She's 10 years older than him. So she was 32. She was there when she was 32. So there's a wide range of ages, but mostly it was like 18. And that was like the most unlikely love. I didn't know. We all at the rehearsal dinner. Everyone made a speech. I didn't know I was making a speech. In my mind, I think that a rehearsal dinner, when people make speeches, it's the parents of the couple. That's all I've ever seen happen. And this one, everyone made a speech, and I think it was like peer pressure because people just kept going up. And so my brother and I went up, and I had truly the easiest role of everyone because he went first on the mic. And then all I had to do was make fun of my brother for whatever he said, make fun of the groom, who's my friend, and then like talk about how beautiful the couple is together. And I don't know if I killed it. I tried to keep it short and sweet because there was so many speeches to go through. But yeah, truly I had it. The one guy with the most experience on the mic had the easiest job. They asked me if I wanted to host the opening the mic to like for the speeches, and I was like, guys, I'm on vacation. This is not my job. I'm on vacation, guys. I'm on vacation. So I didn't do that, and someone else did. But at a certain point, no one wanted to do it. I was like, guys, I'll do it. He was like, no, you're on vacation, man. You're on vacation. Yeah, but it was a great time, and I was so exhausted. We barely sleep. Like, you get home at like 2 a.m., and then you wake up at like 8 a.m. because you just can't sleep that much when you're in a fucking Airbnb. My room had me, my brother, and then the groom's brother, who's, I used to be in Boy Scouts with, who I've slept in a tent with before probably, so it's fine, but it's like 3 grown-ass fucking dudes. And this guy's like giant-ass fucking man, 6'3" fucking dude. It's not exactly comfortable. So, I was so tired. I got home, and I feel good now. I'm back in regular schedule now, but it's exhausting. Being a groomsman, dude. Sometimes I have a lot of good friends. I'm not gonna try to brag. But I feel like I have a lot of good friends who would want me to be their groomsman if they ever get married, which I hope they would. And it's just like, bro, I'm like, fuck, this is gonna be exhausting. Which I would. It's an honor to be like someone's groomsman, because it means you're one of their closest friends. But it's just like, bro, this is a lot of shit. I would love if someone just bought. It would be nice if the groom just bought everyone, like, got all the suits there, took care of everything. You just show up and smile. That'd be so great, but it's not how that works. It's not how it fucking works. Anyway, so New Orleans, great city, and unfortunately they had an attack last year. So you can see a lot of barricades up on Bourbon Street. We saw a fucking street fight too. We walked out of a specific establishment. I won't describe what it is. And there was just a brawl happening. Just like, it was like 30 people beating the shit out of each other. And then cops with the horses. They just have horses running down the boulevard or the street. I just made up a new street name. Running down the avenue, and the horse guys came over. They're like, what seems to be the problem here, folks? And the guys broke it up. But it's a pretty... I did see some boobs. I don't know if you know, on Bourbon Street, it's a thing where you give out beads, and then women are supposed to take their tops off and shake their boobs around. And I saw a couple. I didn't really have any beads to give out. Let's just say the boobs that I saw were not exactly the boobs I wanted to see. Let's just say it wasn't top tier. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not getting greedy here. Every boob is a good boob. Inspirational, ladies. Men, turn this off for a second. Ladies, your boobs are wonderful and amazing, and I know because I can see them through the screen right now. Telepathically, I'm like, wow, those are amazing. But let's just say there's some you want to see more than others, and a 40-year-old mom of 3 who's let things go a little bit, I don't really necessarily want to see that. Not in this time and place. So, but I did see, you cheer, yeah. And there was another woman who showed, there was one lady when we all, at the end of the wedding afterwards, this woman, we gave her like 10 beads, and she showed us like a half a boob. I forgot what she came up to us for the beads. She's like, hey, can I get the beads? We're like, oh yeah, sure. She's like, yeah, and she was like half. I was like, what the heck? Got fucking chipped. What is this exchange rate? Just 20 bead necklaces for one tit? That's crazy. Dude, I can get a way better rate down at the 40-year-old mom of 3, dude. And they weren't even that good. No offense. They're just, disrespectful. Disrespectful fucking boobs. Anyway, I wonder if I would have gotten a bead if I showed mine. I can't even imagine living in New Orleans as like your life and just like going to Bourbon Street as your night out. That seems insane. They had some really great bands, though, I'll say. They had some really nice, like if you go to just listen to like 80s cover bands on the boulevard, they go crazy. It's really entertaining. Shout out to Cornerstone with a K, which may be associated with the KKK now that I think about it, because they were all white dudes who looked a little suspicious, but they were great. They were killing it. Oh, one more thing. I got recognized a couple times, but there was one lady who I was going to, like, the bands, you go into the bar and the bands are playing, and then you can, like, tip them. And one of them had a Venmo thing, and I just got in this bar. And I Venmo scanned a tip, and the lady behind me was like, how much are you going to tip them? She was like a drunk blonde lady. She was like, how much are you going to tip them? And I was like, I don't know how much you want me to tip them. She's like, it better be $40. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yo, do you work for them? And she's like, stop being cheap. You're probably going to tip them $2. And in my mind, I was like, $5 or $10. I think she increased my amount, actually, because I ended up tipping $10. She was like, no, it better be $40. I'm like, bro, that's a fucking concert ticket. I've been here for 10 minutes. Am I tipping more than $1 a song? I think I listened to probably 10 songs total. That's a valid amount. And she was like, it better be $40. And I think her husband was like, don't listen to her. And I held my phone up to her on Venmo and I typed in 10, and then I just clicked send while she watched, and she was like, oh my God. And I was like, all right, whatever. That's it. $40 is crazy, though. I don't know. I mean, it's nice when someone else donates their money, but $40, dude, my God. I'm not made of money here. I think $1 a song is a pretty valid amount of money to donate, if I'm being honest. I gave some of the other bands less because I was giving cash and I only had singles. So I threw in a couple singles, and then if we stayed longer, I could throw in a couple more. There was one place I gave $1 because I was like, I don't have any more money, and I just was like, I balled it up in my hand and put it in their tip jar. I was like, I don't want them to see that I'm giving them $1, but I want to give them $1 because they didn't have a Venmo thing up, and I was like, I don't know, this is all my money, so what am I supposed to do? Some people give no money, whatever. It's just funny. I'm like, what the fuck is this? You get a commission, bro? Bro, you get some sort of commish? Anyway, what else is going on, guys? Dude, I got my inflation check. I got my $200 inflation check in the mail. Thank you, Governor Kathy Hochul. $200, man. What do I get to buy? Some Brussels sprouts and a turkey from the grocery store? I get to spend Thanksgiving with my family for $200. How much money does it cost to organize a program to send every New Yorker $200? Probably way more money than it should. It's a waste of our tax dollars to just get $200 back. I don't give a shit about $200, dude. It was nonsense. Those checks should not exist. It should just be a benefit on our taxes. That's just what the inflation check should be. Truly should be, okay, everyone pays taxes, we knock $200 off. That's it. That's all it should be. It's built into the system. I don't understand. Maybe you just, like, you think in your mind, you go, oh, well, she gave me $200. I should vote for her next year. What are these games we're playing? Fucking stupid. All right. Anyway, next. All right, let's talk about the Epstein files real quick. Guys, I missed a whole bunch of shit last week. When I'm on that kind of vacation, I'm not checking my phone. I checked 1 second and it was like Donald Trump is giving blowjobs to Bill Clinton. I was like, what the fuck? This is above my pay grade, dude. I'm trying to drink myself to sleep. I don't know what the story is with that. I don't know what's happening. People are now saying, the Epstein files look like they're going to get released. People are now saying they're going to be sanitized. They're going to, like, scrub people's names, which... Guys, if you could have done that the whole time, why didn't you do that in the very beginning and then just lie to all of us? Why did you make it such a big deal about it? You made yourself so suspicious just to do the same thing you could have done. I said this before in an episode, like probably 30 episodes ago. I said, hey, not only scrub your name out, add random people's names into the file for fun. Add all of your political opponents. Add me, dude. I was probably, when Jeffrey Epstein was doing that, I was like 10 years old. Add me into the files. Add weird people. Dude, definitely fucking Barack Obama was all over these. He was on the island. They named a wing of the island Barack Obama Island. Why wouldn't you just do that? If you can scrub it, why don't you just do that? And they go, oh, well, the victims' names are in there. The victims are all begging for these things to be released. I don't know. I saw one of the victims said she voted for Donald Trump. I was like, okay, well, that does give credence to the fact that he's not perpetrating some of this stuff. He's kind of just friends with Jeffrey Epstein. But also, why is he not letting the files get released? So I don't fucking know. Hopefully we see something. Hopefully it's not just... I've seen all the memes are just like they show a picture of the Epstein files and every line is just blacked out. It's like, oh, that's nice. And then we have shit about Jeffrey Epstein's penis being fucking shaped like a lemon, deformed penis, which I've heard about Donald Trump's penis. I think Stormy Daniels said it looked like a mushroom. So maybe that's a correlation. Maybe dudes with deformed penises just feel like they need to get rich just to get women. Maybe that's a thing. Has anyone looked at anyone with a deformed penis? Can you guys verify that? I mean, it's different than having a small penis. Small penis that's regular looking, I guess that's better than a deformed lemon-shaped... I can't even envision what that would look like. What is a lemon-shaped penis? What does that mean? Is it lumpy? Is it like look like a toad that like ate something? toad that ate a golf ball, just like, what is that? What is a deformed mushroom? Oh, God. What the hell is going on, dude? That could also be why they're interested in, like, younger women, because that's a thing. Maybe they were, like, abused. Maybe they were, like, I don't want to talk about this. Maybe they were abused when they were younger and some shit. I don't know. Dude, this is all crazy. This is all just fucking crazy. What world are we living in? We'll see. Donald Trump is just the Saudi Arabia thing too. It's just ridiculous. The man is just ridiculous. I think people are getting tired of him, and they have to be. They just have to be. This guy is just oh my God, this guy's just this guy's amazing. This guy's amazing how he is created on this earth. How does he exist? I don't even know. I really want to see what the textbooks say about him in 20 years, because they always just like soften it up. Donald Trump was a highly influential president. I know he was fucking crazy, dude. I can't wait till my grandkids ask me about him. Dad, what was Donald Trump like? He grabbed the women by the pussy. Hey, story time, kids. I know you're all 5 years old. He grabbed women by the pussy. You kids ever heard of locker room talk? We're going to start some of that. Locker room. All right, there was a funny joke going around Twitter yesterday. Someone wrote a thing saying Zohran Mamdani's new mandate is forcing kids in New York City public schools to learn Arabic numerals, which, by the way, is one of the oldest jokes in the book. I've heard that joke, probably in middle school I heard that joke. And it's, of course, Arabic numerals are just the number system we use, 1 through 10. Those are the numerals. Roman numerals are X's and I's and V's and M's and whatever, and C's. And the joke is that Republicans are going to see that and be like, oh my God, it's already started. And it's so funny because so many of them fell for it. And it's just so funny to see, like, that's the thing I said the other episode about, like, misinformation on Twitter. If you repost it, your account should have, like, a flag that said, you are a misinformation reposter. So funny to see this happen. And it's just like, bro, who is following these people? I don't even... Dude, if you follow on either side any of these, like, super hyper accounts that are so one-sided and they're so vicious, just click the fucking unfollow button. What are you doing, bro? What the fuck? Just peace. Peace on earth, dude. Peace. How can you listen to this? How do you tune into the show? Tune into Meat Sangria, bro. We talk about way more cool stuff. We just make fun of everyone, dude. My God, bro. This shit's fucking stupid. This shit's fucking... It's stupid. I don't know what to tell you. It's fucking stupid. All right. Yeah, that's Arabic numerals. I don't even know if there's any other... there's no other really common numeral types, are there? There's Arabic numerals, Roman numerals. Maybe there's some, like, Chinese. I'm sure there is. But, like, every, like, Romance language uses... Let me look it up. Other numeral types. Let me use ChatGPT. No, I'm not. Arabic versus Roman. Roman versus numerals. Let's see if there's any more. Hindu, Arabic, Roman. I didn't ask the right question. I'm not even gonna. That was a waste of time, guys. You can't get those 30 seconds back. I'm not even gonna look it up anymore. And then another these are just Twitter things I keep seeing, which are not fun to talk about. But I keep seeing women posting that they get degrees on Twitter. They're like posting a proud post. I just got my degree. And then men in the comments are like, men don't like women with degrees. No man has ever been like, wow, look at the degree on that woman. And I disagree with them. I genuinely, which I think is a fault of mine, like if someone didn't go to college, which I don't even think that highly of college. I think most people go to college for no reason. If a woman didn't go to college, I'm like, damn, that's a demerit. I want someone with a degree. I truly do. I don't want someone who just like has no skills. I want someone who has higher knowledge. I really do. I value being intelligent more so maybe than other people. I don't know, than the other men who are like looking for someone to clean dishes all day. What the fuck is that? Guys, if you want your wife to just make beds and clean dishes all day, just get a maid. What the fuck? Don't you want someone to talk to and have like nice conversations with and have more, like value them for more than that? I don't understand. Could you just get a fucking maid? So, I'm not saying, could be a male maid, could be, I'm going to be clear, could be a male man maid. I'm not just saying other women are good for that. My wife needs to be better. But yeah, do I care if my wife has a PhD? No, not necessarily. I just want them to be smart. And again, you could also have a college degree and be a dumbass. You could be completely just stupid moron idiot. But yeah, when I find that someone's job is like, someone my least favorite jobs, I've said before, one of my least favorite jobs is like an esthetician or a hairdresser. Like that turns me off immediately. I don't know why, because I just think it's like it's like a job that requires, not saying it requires no skill, but it requires no like mental stimulation, Which I think I am being too harsh, because some other office jobs require no mental stimulation at all, but I think for sure these ones are just like, you're just doing hair, you know what I mean? And it's it's a good job, sure, if you do it and you do it well. My name's Tabitha and I'm taking over. Tabitha Salon Takeover. I used to watch that show all the time with my mom. I used to tune into Tabitha Salon Takeover. I mean, is that even what it's called? I don't remember. You can make a living doing hair for sure. But I just look at that and I go, yeah, it's not for me. My penis shrivels up. My penis just shrivels up like a little, like your finger in the pool. It's just not for me. I don't like it. So, or especially like I've said this before. The most controversial thing I've ever said is that I don't like teachers. Is that if you're an elementary school teacher, dude, hit the highway. I just don't like it. I think I don't like the repetitiveness of it. I don't like that every year you're doing the same thing. I think I value careers that are like stimulating. And also, if you say you're a comedian, I also don't like you. So I don't actually know what I like, because nothing I say makes sense. But yeah, these men on the internet are just like, fucking, give it a break, bro. Just like, it's the same thing for anyone making a comment about anything on the internet. I'm like, bro, just let people enjoy what they want to enjoy. If I don't like a band, I don't go on all of their videos on YouTube and be like, this band sucks. I just don't listen to them. If you don't like a comedian, I saw some comment. Actually, someone messaged me on Instagram. I forgot to look. They call me like a little demon or something, an unfunny. I saw that. I started laughing when I was in unfunny little Goblin. Some guy called me that, and it's a picture of like a small Asian dude. So whatever, dude. I don't. You are a goblin, but I thought it was funny. I don't answer those, but I like audibly made me laugh. I was like, what would like compel you to send this to somebody? That is so funny, dude. Oh, man. It's just like, you got to say these things to people's faces, guys. You got to... Anyway, but like I'm saying, you can think I'm unfunny, but like, what are you doing sending that? Just don't listen to them. If you don't want a wife has a degree, you don't care about that, just don't have a wife. Just let her get a degree. What is this? What is it? Now, if you want to comment on the fact that everyone's going to college and they probably shouldn't, sure, but that's not just a women thing. That's an everyone thing. There's a dude that should be going to fucking HVAC school. Fucking unfunny little goblin. Maybe I should make that the title of this episode. But then I don't want to give this guy credit. I don't want to give, his name is Daniel. I don't want to give Daniel, who's this? I feel like I'm missing a lot of requests. Dude, I get so many requests from like fitness people that they want to like, train me. Like, what? I take it as an insult. I'm like, bro, you think I'm fucking ugly, bro? You think I'm untrainable? Do you think I need training? Which maybe, yes. Dude, what are these fucking things? We got some weird ass shit here. My requests are weird. If anyone wants to send me an Instagram DM, I'm not gonna answer it unless it's really cool. All right, what is this? Someone, a baseball player said 90% of MLB players are conservative, as if they said that it would be a surprising statement. And I was like, yeah, fucking rich Southern white people are conservative. What's next? Newsflash. Yeah, that makes sense. It makes complete sense. I think people always say there's a disconnect with professional athletes. We don't realize how, like, a lot of them are from like the salt and earth. So like baseball players especially, and probably football players, they're just like hick dudes who can just throw a ball real fast. They're not necessarily very smart. And so they were talking about that, like how they have like Pride Night at stadiums. Probably a lot of them don't agree with it. And, I get where they're coming from. I get how they grew up. Not that I agree with them. But it's an interesting dynamic because there's so many Latin baseball players. There's so many like Dominicans and everything else, where I would think there might be some like, especially with now in the country with the deportations and stuff and ICE Might be some. I don't know how the clubhouse is fixed that. I don't know how that works. I really don't know. That seems like that could be a point of contention with some players. So I don't really know. It's interesting. But yeah, in terms of like going to the White House and stuff, I would think it makes maybe not 90%, but like I don't know. Out of all the sports, I think there's like probably the NBA is the most liberal. Out of all the sports, also just rich people are more conservative. I think that's the truth. People who have a lot of money are like, well, I want to keep my money, guys. Hey, guys, I don't want to give you my money. I made all this money through legitimate means or not, you know. You could argue that athletes are one of the most legitimate ways to make money, but maybe not necessarily, because perhaps the only reason that they are getting paid such high salaries is because there are owners who have cheated their way to making all these billions of dollars who are then able to pay. So you can like kind of get down the chain, which, you know, I think that's too much. That's too much investigative work there. Stops making sense. But these are rich fucking dudes who kind of, there's a disconnect from, they just swing a bat and hit a ball. And I'm not saying it's easy, but, you know, it's kind of like they just don't really do, it's not that hard of a job necessarily. And you know it's way more hard? Sitting in a couch and making a podcast, guys. This is one of the hardest jobs on earth. Guys, this is up there with Chilean coal miners for just gruesome, grueling work. Okay, this story is weird, and I'm not sure I have it right. Man arrested for killing a woman who asked him to kill her because she was suicidal. The story is this lady was looking... this lady wanted to die. I don't know where they found each other. Some forum, probably. And I'm not going to look the story up because I don't really want to. I just want to make it up. That's what I like to do. I read it, though. I read it. This lady wanted to die, and she found a guy online who said he was willing to kill her. This is not legal. None of this is like an agreement that you can do. You can't be like, hey, I want to die, and then someone kills you, and it's like, fine. So they were doing this like off the books. And she's like, I want to die in a vicious way. And the guy's like, yeah, I'll kill you in a vicious way. This is like a complete monster. And so apparently like this was like a week-long thing. This guy was like slowly killing her. And in the middle of it, she had second thoughts. She's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to die. Which, by the way, if you're suicidal, that's a great way to like get you not be suicidal. Be like, wow, this hurts. I don't want this. But the guy was like, no, you already said you wanted to die, so we're going to continue. And then she died, and now the guy's in jail. Of course, he's arrested, which he should be in jail for like forever. And that's the story, and it's a fucking insane story. I don't know how this happens. And I saw one comment on it, which is so funny. Some guy's like, I'm an incel. Meanwhile, this guy can just hook up with girls by beating them or some weird thing like, you know, that kind of thing. This guy can find a woman who wants to have sex and him to kill her, and I can't even find a date. Which is funny. It is funny. You know, hey, you're not applying yourself. You're not thinking outside the box enough, bro. But it was ridiculous. It was a ridiculous story. I feel bad for this woman. You know, this is when you think the internet has gone too far. When this kind of relationship can procure itself online, you go, whoa, what the fuck is going on? When fistsforlives.com, whatever, that doesn't sound right. That sounds like you get to fist someone to death. So you open up real quick. Yeah, no, but it sounded horrible. Apparently, like, her friend called her in the middle of it and was like, hey, are you still good? And she was like, no. And the guy was like, no, she's good. I don't know. This is crazy. I'm laughing because, like, how can you, like, you have to laugh at some of these ridiculous situations because this is insane, but this is a horrible situation. It's an absolutely insane situation. I don't know what kind of, like, fetish, like, dying in a gruesome way is. That seems bizarre. That seems like really, like, a weird... that's a really weird thing. I don't know. I get wanting to die. I'm not saying, you know, I don't understand people wanting to... why are we getting into this? Guys, don't kill yourself. I don't understand. Actually, you know what? If you think that way, you need to call a special number. I don't know what the number is, but you need to call... look it up. You need to call it. But, you know, getting like... I don't know. Guys, I don't know. I don't know because I wouldn't do it. That's the thing. Sometimes we're like trying to put it... sometimes I just don't understand. Just don't understand your situation, and I can empathize with it, but I go, I don't fucking know what you're thinking. What the hell's going in your mind, dude? You're fucking crazy. And you don't have to pretend to know. I think a lot of people try to pretend. They try to give advice about situations where they just have no clue. You don't have to say anything. Just be like, oh, okay, I don't understand. I have no clue what the fuck's going on. Wise work. I always give it. I'm giving advice, guys. You want advice? I'll give advice. We have a teen girl killed on a cruise ship Guys, I'm going to be honest. If I ever have kids and I have a teen girl on a cruise ship, she's never getting out of my sight. I'm going to be so honest. She's staying in my room. We're sharing a joint room. She's not leaving. This story is this woman, this girl. I think she was 18. She might have been an adult. 17 or 18, I forgot. On a family cruise. And she leaves dinner because she said she's nauseous, and then they can't find her, and they find her the next morning wrapped up dead underneath the bed in her room. And so I don't think they have any clue what's happening. They're saying they're suspecting her stepbrother who was on the cruise of something, maybe. What I think it could be, which I think this is a scenario that could happen a lot, is a worker on the cruise is preying on maybe young women. This is a young girl who maybe is, finally getting male attention for once in her life, and she's like, oh my God, I'm going to pretend to be sick at dinner so I get more alone time away from my parents and go hang out with this guy on the boat. And then this guy turns out to be a fucking crazy man, an insane man who ends up killing this girl, and, that's what I think probably happened. So someone on that boat is a criminal, I would guess. I don't know. Or perhaps, maybe they're saying if the stepbrother and her were sharing a room, maybe that's something happened. I don't know. But something like that. I'm just saying, you think it's safe because you're on a cruise? There's a lot. There's like 2,000, maybe more now, 3,000 workers on a boat. You have teen kids. It's scary. It's even scary if you're not a teen kid. You know that Amy Bradley, the girl I told you guys, I went on her cruise. I went on her cruise a couple months ago. They even shared a room, so that's not even a foolproof method. You just got to stay awake with your kids all day. It's tough. It's really tough. And, dude, I get why my parents sometimes, my mom, wouldn't be able to go to sleep when her kids were out of the house because it's nerve-wracking. You go, my kids are okay. It's kind of like an anxious attachment style, but also in certain scenarios, I understand it. I think the problem is my mom is still kind of anxious now, and I'm 27, and I don't even live near that. So, what is she? You got to be able to go to sleep. I don't even live near you. You know what I mean? Where I live near you, but there's no way you can tell. They go to sleep at 6 p.m. too, my parents. I start my day at 6 p.m., guys. Every open mic at comedy show is after 6 p.m. pretty much. So, well, that's not true, but around that time. But yeah, dude, it's fucking scary, and I hope they figure this thing out. But young girls on vacation, bro, that's fucking scary. Oh my God, that's scary. I'm not really that anxious of a person. I mean, I kind of am sometimes, but I think I used to have more of an anxious attachment style if we're going to get into the dating sphere here, which we're not. We're going to get there later. But now I kind of just I'm more I think you kind of get the philosophy if something's going to happen, you live your life, you take every precaution. If you're worried about someone's safety, you're I've taken every precaution, dude. If something's going to happen, it's going to happen. And if you're worried about someone cheating on you, you go, listen, if this person wants to be with me, they're going to be with me. If I trust them, I trust them. And if they're going to do something weird, they didn't like me in the first place, and I don't want to be with them anyway, so whatever, do what you got to do. I don't care. I'm not going to there's I feel like a young guy scenario where they're at a party with their girlfriend or something, and the girlfriend's talking with some other guy, and they're like, babe, aren't you with me or something? It's bro, if that scenario happens, fuck you, dude. I'm going home. Peace out, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Sayonara, lady. Why do I want someone who's actively trying to get with other dudes when you're with me? I mean, I've never been in this situation, but what the fuck? You're being cucked in front of you. You don't have to just leave. You're fuck you, dude. Then you might come back, oh my God, I didn't mean it. No, fuck you. Unless you are a cuck, in which case, bingo, gold mine, am I right? Take a seat, dude. Pull up a little chair and get to work. Get to directing. I wonder if there's anyone who's a cuck, but only if they get to direct the whole scene. That's probably the thing. They sit there and they're if someone does anything they're not supposed to, they just scream, hey, get in character. That's funny. Anyway, yeah, so rest in peace to that young lady. Hopefully we figure out what happens. And I'm guaranteed there's some documentary coming for that. I guarantee. Dude, that's kind of a crazy thing to be one of these murder documentary people, because you just start salivating. You're such a fucking kind of a scummy person. You just go, oh yeah, a girl died on a cruise, and I'm licking my lips. Netflix is gonna eat this up. Okay, this is a article I saw about how in the, what is that? Let me look at it. Balkan pay to kill. About some a Balkan crime. Let's see. Italy probes claim that tourists paid to go to Bosnia to shoot civilians in the 1990s. That Italian citizens traveled to Bosnia Herzegovina Herzegovina. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think that's the first time I've said Herzegovina in like 10 years. Since like AP fucking history class. I wasn't even in world history, but sniper safaris during the war in early 1990s. Italians and others are alleged to have paid large sums to shoot at civilians in the besieged city of Sarajevo. The Milan complaint was filed by journalist and novelist Ezio Galvanese, who described a manhunt by very wealthy people with a passion for weapons who paid to be able to kill defenseless civilians. That's fucking crazy, dude. Different rates were charged to kill men, women, or children. Dude, I totally believe this is a thing. I truly, totally believe this is a thing. 11,000 people died in a 3-year siege of Sarajevo. That's fucking insane. I totally believe this is real. It's absolutely disgusting. The crimes that rich people have committed. If we're talking, we're adding this up. Jeffrey Epstein. We're adding up paying to snipe at innocent people in the streets is unbelievable and so disgusting. It makes you just want to like blow them all. I get when people are like, we need communism. I understand the sentiment. I don't agree with communism at all. Or socialism for that matter. Unless it's like a offshoot or something or some like combination. But dude, it's just like, fuck these, dude, my God. I want to be honest, if I had to, this is like a very controversial statement. If I had to redesign society, I think when AI is like truly churning in all cylinders, we should have way less people, and we truly should have genetic modification, I think. If we can genetically modify people in some way to just be better, to just be, you know what I mean? Like, we don't need cruel people. I think when you look at like a utopian society in like movies or something, it's like the strongest people, but they're also like, you know, I think they have like the greater good in mind. I like to think. I think it should be a very small amount of people relative to what we have now, or maybe honestly less than 1 billion people. If we have robotics doing a lot of stuff, we have humans that are, you know, extremely like the most intelligent of what we have right now. You know, physically in good shape, and we'll still pass down genes from the parents, but you know. You know, I'm almost supporting for like China's one-child policy at a certain point. And, you know, I really do think that we kind of need to tighten things up because we have all these evil people. I don't know, I think it's just so hard when you have 8 billion people. There's going to be so much you can't control. So I think the future of humanity, we have way less people and everyone's just like so good and smart and whatever, if that's possible to even like biologically or genetically control. I don't know, it'd be cool. Just the idea that like our peers, I think some people look at other humans and go, they're beneath me, they're disgusting. They look at people of other races and they go, that's gross. Those people are vermin. I should be able to kill them with money. I'm going to go pay money to kill these people because I'm rich and they're below me. And I think when we get to a point where all humans are like actually, you know, we have different races and everything, but you know, we're all like these perfected versions of ourselves, which kind of defeats the point of having different races in this scenario. So my scenario needs a little bit of work, let's be honest. But I think when we all look at each other as peers and not like lesser and greaters, you know, we can kind of like live in a utopia where if AI is a thing, AI can like, you know, AI is figuring shit out. And then people say there's so many different problems. Then, well, if you're not competing against each other, there's no progress and people will stagnate and blah, blah, blah. Guys, yeah, I know. But at a certain point, if everyone's chilling and, well, you know, we have AI that can progress, you know, what is left to be doing? What's left to be going on here? Of course, my vision is never going to happen. And I wouldn't even happen in my lifetime. Couldn't even happen. It's not possible. Unless we, like, killed 7 billion people and then there would still be too many people. But yeah, so that's my vision for a greater future, guys. That's my vision for humanity. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the dude, Sarajevo killing. I mean, I believe this happened. That's insane. And if it's true, some of these people are probably still alive. These Italians, dude, dirty fucking Italians. They should be like, that's truly a crime where you should be killed. I think truly a crime where like public execution. That's insane. That is insane. That might be like a thing of the future. They've had that in like a lot of short stories, I feel like. Isn't that a thing where like you go on an island? I forget what that story is. Like you manhunt someone on an island, rich people hunt them, and then if you win, you get like $1 million or something. Or isn't that like a movie too? I feel like that's a new movie that just came out. Whatever, it's been done many times. That's crazy. That's just crazy. And I don't know. I don't have any desire to kill someone. I don't think that's a normal human desire to feel what it's like to murder someone. So if you feel that, I think there's something wrong with you, and clearly there probably is. You're a psychopath. I just want to, and even like shooting someone with a gun, that's not like, I understand more if you like stab someone to death right in front of you. Does that make sense? Like that seems more satisfying than shooting someone with a gun. That's not like from a building. That's not even fun. At least when you stab them, you get to see the life drain out of their eyes and like the blood seep out. You're like, oh yeah, that feels so good. Shooting someone from like 300 feet away. What the heck? Boring. That's lame, dude. So anyway, maybe I do want to kill someone. Maybe I have to resonate with myself. I gotta see what I like. Oh my god, that's weird. All right. Anyway, let's see. One last little topic. Oh, this is another Twitter thing. I should have grouped it in. Billionaire Bill Ackman says the key to dating. Some of you guys know what I'm going for. The key to dating is going up to a woman and saying, "May I meet you?" That's the key to dating. That's all you got to say. All you got to be is, "May I meet you?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, you can meet me," and that's it. You have a relationship now. You guys are together off in the sunset, meeting each other. That's it. That's all you have to do, guys. That's all you have to do. Did you guys know that? That's it. And now people are saying this to each other, and it's working because they all get the inside joke. They're all like, "Oh, I know." It's again with the scissoring. They all know the inside joke. And it's kind of funny. You know, I'm going to be honest, I don't really want a girl who's like that invested in online Twitter. I think they're kind of scary. Scary and like somewhat mentally ill, no offense. I do think there's a lot of hot women I see on Twitter sometimes, and I'm like, bro, you seem like a disaster. You're obviously really hot, but like, this is a fucking app. You are insane. These people bother me. I think anyone who's like a pseudo-famous internet person and cares, that's the thing. I'm a pseudo-famous internet person. I don't care. I go on Instagram once a day. I'm like, unless someone messages me, I'm like, oh, let's see what's going on. I don't look at anyone's stories. I don't look at anyone's posts. I'm a horrible friend to be on Instagram. But if you're like always checking, you're like, I think, it's like, you're just like a weird, you care too much. It's weird. I don't like you. So it's weird. But "May I meet you" is the way to go. May I meet you. I haven't seen any women put that in their profiles, but I haven't really been swiping that much anyway. Yeah, I mean, I just got back. I was the only single man on this bachelor trip. I went to New Orleans. And the first night, I think everyone was joking with me because the first night when I blacked out, I got home at like 9 p.m. and then the next day everyone was like mad. There were these super hot Norwegian girls. They came up to us and like, "Where's your single friend?" And they were like, "He just went home." And I was like, fuck. Not that I honestly think it's weird. I think it makes me uncomfortable to like be hooking up with someone while I'm in a group setting with all these other people that are not doing that. Or no, I'm not saying I want to be in an orgy. That was a weird way to say that. Hey guys, everyone grab it, join in. But I'm saying like, it's just weird, makes me uncomfortable. Like there's always like stories you hear of like people in friend groups or like two people in the friend group end up hooking up with each other and everyone else is like, oh my God. That's probably happened to most of you. That's like such a weird situation in my mind. That would make me so uncomfortable. I just don't think I could do it. I think it's just weird that like everyone's just looking at you like, So I just don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like a boys' trip wherever. Like it makes me uncomfortable. Dude. I don't want to do that. I don't value that. So listen, if the super hot Norwegian girl was all over me, and I don't know what, maybe something would have happened. I don't know, but I do feel like it would have made me uncomfortable. It's just like because everyone's looking. It's like almost like an experiment. Everyone's like, "Look at Matthew right there. Look at Matthew. Oh my God, he's going for her thigh. He's touching her. Oh my God, he's leaning into the whisper. May I meet you into her ear." I don't know, but we'll never know. Because I'm sure, guys, if you're a single hot girl on Bourbon Street, and you're looking for a man to provide some wienering for the night, if you're willing to settle, dude, you'll find someone in 5 minutes. Literally 5. That's it. 5 minutes. That's it. If you're a man, it might take a little bit longer. I'm part of a bachelor party. I don't fucking care. I don't need to do this. Yeah, my throat is about giving out right now. See, that's pretty much it, guys. And, the dating front is, this is a tough time of year. It's Thanksgiving. It's a lot of holidays. It's going to be tough, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next week is Thanksgiving. Yeah, I don't even know what am I doing the whole week. I don't know. I'm coming be here most of the week probably, I think. Black Friday. Let me get one Black Friday. I don't even know what I'm saying. My dad's birthday is usually around Thanksgiving, so we'll see. He's being a little Grinch, a little miser. He doesn't want to celebrate his birthday until Thanksgiving. Classic old man, am I right? I'm looking also, I have $20 in Caesars casino chips from New Orleans over there that I'm never going to be able to cash in unless I go there again one day. So that sucks. I'm out $20. If anyone's going to New Orleans and they want those from me and they want to pick them up and they live in New York City, let me know. I'll sell them for $15 for $20 in casino chips. Good deal. Think about that. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Peace out. Love you all.